What's up guys, and welcome to my Matrix kernel review for the Nexus 4. Now I'm using the latest version 8.5 from MathKid. MathKid is a great developer. I use his kernels on my Nexus S and they're very, very good. I've been using this kernel on my Nexus 4 all weekend and right now, and I've got to say I'm very impressed. It's got a great balance between performance and battery life. You get very good battery life and you get a very smooth device. In terms of kernel features, this has an absolute shit ton. So many that I don't really want to go through them all because it'll just take too damn long. It's got camera interfaces so you can mess around with the colors. It's got sound interfaces so you can mess around with the mics, the speaker volume, all that good stuff. It also comes with touchscreen improvements, so it's a lot more sensitive. And you do notice the touchscreen is a lot more sensitive with the Matrix kernel. But to control all these features, I use Trickster. You can get it for free in the store. You can also donate and get some extra features. Some of the main feature for me that I really love about this kernel is definitely the low frequency state on the CPU. On stock, it normally comes in at 384. Matrix has added, or I should say MathKid has added the low frequency state of 192. So you can see it goes down to 192 megahertz, and this is going to save you a lot of battery at idle. It's using it a lot more than any other frequency. It's lower voltage, so you get less heat. There's just so many good things about a lower frequency state, so definitely worth a shot there. It also obviously comes with a lower voltage. If I show you the low voltage here, this is by stock as well. So as soon as you flash this, you will actually have lower voltages than you do on stock. And I think that's an awesome feature as well, because the voltages on stock are set really high and you get kind of a really hot device for nothing. This has been super stable. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So fantastic there. In terms of some other stuff, you can see you've got loads of different stuff here. You've got vibrator strength, battery life extender, temperature limit, temperature throttle that you can turn off. You've also got a lot of cool CPU governors. Wheatley is one of my favorites. It's absolutely excellent for smoothness and battery life. And if I go this way, you can also see hot plug control. So you can actually change the amount of cores you want to be online. You can run it on quad core all the time. You can make it only one core or dual core if you want. So it's up to you. And you've also got the sound control here as well that you can mess around with. Another big feature with this kernel is definitely got to be the GPU overclock. Now you can see mine is overclocked, 487. You either have to flash the overclock version, the different zip, or the non-overclock version. So you have to make that decision before you flash the kernel. And you might as well go for the GPU overclock because it doesn't really affect your battery life. You're going to get better performance in animations and games, so it's definitely worth it. It's been very stable for me. You do notice the games are a little bit smoother with this overclock, so it's definitely worth it in my opinion. So a hell of a lot of features, and if you swipe to the right, you've also got your screen calibration and your advanced gamma control as well. So like I said, a shit ton of features. Just show you the performance. So like I said, you can just see how smooth it is all the time here, and you won't notice any lag. It's very, very quick at doing everything. And what I've really noticed is in Facebook. This app is kind of horribly coded, and usually the feed lags like hell when you go through it, but not on Matrix kernel. You can just see, you can just see if I get out of this and show you the feed. Look how smooth that is. It's definitely the smoothest I've seen it on any kernel. I don't know how he's done it, but damn, that is damn smooth. And any kind of scrolling app, Matrix is very, very smooth at. It's absolutely fantastic. So very, very good performance here. I will run a benchmark right at the end just to show you the extra performance you get. It's not overclocked or anything like that. It doesn't support the overclock, so it's stock frequencies, but it still does a lot better than the Nexus 4 on stock kernel. Now, one of the most important things is battery life. So like I said, I used it all the way over the weekend. I took screenshots of my battery life, so let's see how it did. That's not a screenshot. Here we go. So the first day, this was completely on 3G. I didn't use Wi-Fi. You can see Wi-Fi was on. I don't know why it says that because it wasn't connected. I can promise you that I was out all day. It wasn't connected. It was on, but it wasn't connected. So it was on 3G the whole time. You can see it lasted 14 hours, 16 minutes. It still had about 18% left. So you'd probably get another half an hour of that. And if we back up, my screen on time for that was about 2 hours and 44 minutes. Now, I've got to say, this was very, very heavy use. I used 40 minutes of GPS time. I was navigating using my device on battery as well. Still had 18% left. So on 3G, on very heavy use, you're still getting probably 3 hours plus, which I think is still very good, like I said, for very heavy use. The next day, I used it completely on Wi-Fi. And you can see here it scores 15 hours, 7 minutes, 38 seconds, down to about 3%. But if you check out the screen on time here, an amazing 5 hours 4 minutes. So absolutely fantastic on Wi-Fi, and that's a lot of usage as well. Lots of WhatsApp. I had all my syncs on, Google Now on, Gmail syncing all the time. I get about 60 Gmails a day plus. All the WhatsApp, answering the Gmails, videos. 5 hours 4 minutes is a very, very good time. You're not going to get that on stock kernel, so really impressive there. So on 3G, you're probably looking at 3+ hours. On Wi-Fi, you're probably looking at 5+ hours. So that's very impressive in terms of battery life. So like I said, a great balance. And just to finish this off, guys, I'm just going to quickly run Geekbench here. You can see it's at 1.51 gigahertz. We'll run the benchmark. This is a CPU-based test, and I'll just skip to the end to see what it does. Okay, and the results are in. You can see it scores 2,341, and I can tell you that is a very good score. If we click over to compare here, you can see the device 2,341. The Nexus 4 on stock kernel, still at 1.5 gigahertz, by the way, guys, scores 2,032. So you can just see how well it does. It's nearly scoring what the Nexus 10 does with its Epic A15 dual-core processor at 1.7, so you can just see how much this Matrix kernel is giving you in terms of performance. It really does boost it massively, and I haven't overclocked the device. It's still running at 1.5 gigahertz, which I think is amazing. So it scores 300 plus points over the stock Nexus 4. So there you have it, guys. If you're someone that likes messing around with custom kernels, seriously give Matrix a try. It's got a great balance between performance and battery life, like I've been saying. I've been very impressed. Well done to MathKid. All the props go to him. Excellent kernel. Peace out.